Boot Hill Fence Company offers fencing products for your home or business. Boot Hill Fence Company offers free estimates for your project, fencing installation, gate operators, as well as composite decking. Boot Hill Fence Company has been in business for over 20 years and takes pride in keeping America at work. All Boot Hill Fence Company products are made in the USA, and many offer limited lifetime warranties. Boot Hill Fence Company. They build relationships and partnerships, or nothing at all. Their phone number is 573-204-7250, and their website is boothillfence.com. Underwriting for the Morning Show with Justin and Meredith Rewind podcast is provided by CC's Pizza. CC's Pizza is located at 221 South Broadview Street in Cape Girardeau. Their phone number is 339-4555. CC's Pizza is open Sunday through Thursday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. CC's Pizza offers all the pizza, pasta, salad, and desserts you want. CC's Pizza. Their website is ccs.com.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind podcast.
Welcome to the Morning Show on KHIS. Meredith and Justin here with you. Hope you're having an awesome day so far. We're doing okay. You doing okay?
It is a beautiful, freezing cold day.
Wow. That's an
in
opinion.
The heartland.
It's an opinion. It is definitely a little cooler today than it was yesterday.
No, it's cold.
Babe.
It's really cold.
Well,
people everywhere, they're just shaking.
No, they're not.
They are.
Not one person is.
People got out their turtlenecks.
There's no one wearing a turtleneck today.
I might.
Okay, if you're wearing a turtleneck, message in right now on the app. If you're even thinking about wearing a turtleneck, message in. I want to know if there's one person.
People are.
No, but there's not one person thinking about it.
Their necks are cold.
Who has a cold neck out there?
I do.
Besides Meredith. Who has a cold neck? No one. No one has a cold neck.
Their feet are freezing.
No, it's going to be beautiful today.
Well, not this morning.
Yesterday was, outside the rain and the cloudiness. It was a little warm yesterday.
Did it ever rain?
Yeah. I mean, I had to turn my wipers on one time. I was going from here to there.
But then I guess I never left my desk all day.
Yeah.
So it could have sprinkled and I just didn't know.
It did a little, and then at one point in the day, I thought I heard thunder. So, like in the afternoon later, I thought I heard thunder.
This funny thing happened. I was just looking out my window, and then I saw a cloud. It was about the size of a man's fist. So I ran back to tell everyone.
Oh, man. How many times did you go back?
7.
On the 7th time you saw it?
The 7th time I saw it.
The first 6 you didn't see anything.
I didn't see it until the 7th time.
Okay. Wow, that sounds familiar. Like I've heard that before. Similar story to something else.
Yep.
Quite a few years ago.
Yep.
Interesting how things just, like deja vu.
Yeah. If God could do it once,
He can do it again. You are right.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, we better get moving on. We got some more morning show coming up after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind podcast.
We are back on the morning show with Justin and Meredith, and we're talking about things that you have to rewind.
You have to rewind, like a cassette tape.
Like, what about the Rewind podcast?
Oh, you have to. Yeah, that's what it is. It is the morning show rewound for you.
Yes.
So
tell people how they get to it, because all the time, wherever we are, people are like, I missed the morning show. How do I listen to the morning show? And so we have an answer.
We have brought you a solution to your problem. All you have to do, if you miss it, there's a couple ways you can do it. Number one, the way that I do it is I'm a podcast guy, and I have an Apple phone. So I do it through the little purple icon that says podcasts.
You listen through that?
Yes, that's how I listen to my podcast. You go in there and you can search. You type in The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. It will pop up. Okay? You click subscribe, and it automatically downloads The Morning Show to your phone every single day.
How cool is that?
So you can go back and listen to it. And even if you missed part of it, or there's a lot of people that only get to hear like 2 or 3 breaks. Well, now you can hear the whole thing.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, so you can go do that, or on the app. The other way you can do it, go to our app. There's a little button on the bottom, and it says rewind or podcast or something like that. There's a little button down there. Touch the little button, and you do it that way too. So if that's more convenient for you. But for me personally, like you can go to Spotify, you can go to iHeartRadio and subscribe to the morning show with Justin and Meredith. And then you'll have it delivered right there on your app, whatever app you're using.
That's awesome.
Free.
Did you ever try to pretend like as a dance move that you did the rewind?
Yes. Is that what you do?
That's how I imagine it. Like if you rewound the tape, like a videotape, how you would see someone like walking backwards and like moving their arms.
Oh, yeah. Like,
all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like, like Ace Ventura.
Yeah, going backwards.
Yeah. Let's see that in instant replay. That thing. Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
I've tried to dance like that a little bit.
I don't know, maybe we actually dance like that. We don't mean to dance like that.
You know when you like roll your shoulders and you do like the one way and you go back the other way?
Except that I don't think one of my shoulders works.
Now, what do you mean by that?
I mean, it works. Like I can move, but I just don't have rhythm in one shoulder. It just doesn't cooperate.
So you need to practice one shoulder a little more?
I guess. One shoulder just doesn't like me.
So you have one shoulder that has rhythm and one doesn't?
Yeah. The other one just kind of like, Weekend at Bernie's kind of like jiggles. I don't know.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
We're going to talk some more about this. We got some more morning show coming up right after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind Podcast.
So Meredith has one shoulder that has rhythm and one that does not. She was just showing me some examples of that.
Do you guys, are you like that? Do you have like one foot that's a little more rhythmic than the other?
A foot that's more rhythmic?
I don't know. Like, you know, how people
More coordinated, maybe.
dance and they lead off with one foot.
Yeah.
Or like when they do that karaoke football thing.
Karaoke football thing?
Yeah, you know, like where they run. Isn't that called the karaoke?
Oh, yeah.
See, I should be a football coach.
Just because you said karaoke football thing?
And you didn't know what I was saying.
Well, I thought you were talking about like music. We were talking about that.
I said the football thing.
Well, it's not just football. It's,
People like run
agility.
crooked sideways or something.
Kind of.
And they like pick their knees up like over each other.
Kind of, yeah.
I tried to do that before.
Did you do it?
Well, only if I lead with a certain leg. I just have one leg that doesn't like to work and one shoulder. I figured that out when I was trying to do like exercise tapes in our basement. I guess they weren't really tapes because that would be old, but like links to exercising.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you guys' shoulder didn't work?
Yeah.
And your...
Well, I got, whenever I would do like the knee crossovers, like where you slap your knee, like in exercise, I got one I can lift real high. And one that's just a little sad. One little leg doesn't want to come up as high as the other leg.
Do you think maybe it just needs to have some more strength?
And one little shoulder that doesn't want to just move like the other one.
Yeah.
Maybe
need to be strengthened. Some strength training.
Maybe. I probably need to lift some more weights or eat a vitamin. I don't know. Have some salad.
Oh, that could help.
A friend of mine who is like a nutritionist person told me that really we don't need to take as many vitamins as we do just need to eat good things because that's better for you.
Yeah, and you can go to a place like Fresh Healthy Cafe.
I know. And you can like eat daily vitamins,
I know.
Just like in your salad and your all kinds of stuff. In your smoothie.
You're so right. That actually sounds really good right now.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Anyway, hey, we got some more morning show coming up right after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind Podcast.
It's the morning show with Justin and Meredith here on KHIS. And we've been talking this week, really it started yesterday, about how fun it is to think back to things, to rewind the clock.
Yeah.
Also, like the podcast, the Justin and Meredith on the morning show, rewind, whatever it is that you can get on all the places that you listen to podcasts.
Yes.
But I had a lot of people comment on them remembering about, like if you watched a VHS movie tape, how you had to rewind it before you took it back or you got a fine. You received a fine. And some people would like switch movie stores because they had so many fines.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, just pay your fine.
Yeah, I know, I remember that.
Or just rewind your tape.
Just rewind it, yeah. But people would forget, and you just take the tape out, put it back in its little box.
Yeah.
Take it back. Now, did this ever happen to you where they put the wrong movie in, and you got home, and you're like, hey, This is the wrong movie.
You know, I probably did. I do not remember that. But it is a little sad to me that movie stores aren't really around anymore, you know? I used to walk up and down the aisle. It'd take me like 30 minutes to find. And this would even be like when I was still young enough to like rent a cartoon or something.
Yeah.
And now I just have to scroll through it on my television in the comfort of my home.
What was the one place called in Sykeston that was out on the south end of town in that new building was built right next to the car dealership there, where Kmart, right next to Kmart, when there used to be a Kmart. Was it Funflix?
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, you're on the south end of town.
Yeah.
In Sykeston.
It was a place you could rent movies?
Yeah.
I just always went to Stone's.
It was a grocery store.
Stone's Video.
No, you remember they put the grocery store in.
Oh.
And then on the right-hand side, and there was this little video store on the left-hand side, and Kmart was on the right.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know that you say that, but I don't think I ever went there.
Okay, people from the area, help me out. Confirm that it was called Funflix. For some reason, that name pops out in my mind.
I don't know. Now, like, you know, people are just satisfied with being at home because they can watch like little movies and TV shows and like pop their own popcorn, go to the little dollar store and get like your own movie candy.
You can.
I know. I like it. It's probably a lot cheaper.
Probably is.
It's probably a great way to have a little family time.
There you go. Family time's a good time. And another thing that's going to be good is your weather update, if you ask me. Now, you might not like the weather update for today, but I can promise you're going to like the word of the day.
I'm ready.
We got someone to message in yesterday, talk about how much they love the word of the day.
Yes, they do.
So we're going to give her a shout out because that was really cool of her to message in like that. So we're going to have your word of the day coming up right after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind Podcast.
Hey, friends, it's now time for one of the funnest parts of the morning show.
Amen.
Or maybe the funniest. I don't know.
Ooh.
It's Justin and Meredith here on the morning show on KHIS, and it is time for the word of the day, which is underwritten by Elderland Meats.
The word of the day is belfry.
Belfry.
Belfry. Belfry. So it looks like belfry, but it's belfry.
You know, I bet our friend Adriana is listening right now. She messaged us last night to tell us she loves the morning show.
Yes.
She loves the word of the day.
She loves the word of the day, and we certainly...
It's her funniest segment, she thinks.
I know. And you know what, Adriana? I can just tell you're very intelligent because you like the word of the day.
Thank you for listening. Last night when she was messaging us, she was rocking a baby to sleep.
How cool is that?
Aww.
Love little kiddos.
She's in her car right now.
So
have a great day.
We hope you have an awesome day, and we hope that this word of the day was fantastic for you.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you about it. It's I just gave you the word. The word belfry. Belfry is a bell tower, especially one surmounting or attached to another structure. So that's the belfry. Or it can also mean a room or framework for enclosing a bell.
Ooh.
Or it can mean the seat of the intellect. The head is the belfry. So if you're like the head person.
It's a container for the bell. I like that.
Yeah, the belfry. Free.
Ring those bells.
Hey, we're like less than 10 weeks away from Christmas. I'm just saying.
Christmas is one of my very, very most favorite times of the year.
Well, I think a lot of people are already getting ready for it because they were tired of it being so hot for so long. Like, come on.
Well, I don't love it when it's really cold, but I do like just Christmas in the air. Thankful for Jesus.
It's gonna be great this year. I just got a feeling it's gonna be a really good holiday season.
We'll have to make like our family to-do list of all the Christmas things that we want to do.
Yes.
Remember last year we got to most of them.
I know we did a lot. You made a really good list.
Yeah, we'll have to do that again.
It's good to set those goals.
Set those goals. Put them up on the belfry.
On the belfry. What is it? Not the belfry. The belfry.
Actually, some fries would probably be pretty good too.
And we get some more morning show coming up right after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind Podcast.
So we're back here with you on the morning show. Justin and Meredith here with you, and we have been talking a lot about rewinding, and which has led us to do a little reminiscing.
That's right.
Back in the 80s, the 90s, We can't really do a lot of reminiscing of the 70s because we weren't alive then.
We were not alive.
But we can watch videos and read about that. But we have been reminiscing. And, yesterday we talked about the record player a lot. Mm-hmm. And I had one in my room. It was my mom and dad's, and they gave it to me when I was a little kid. And I had a tape, just a single tape player, and it was a record player. And then I remember, you had said this, do you remember when you got your first double tape deck, like when you had one that could record? Yes. Specifically, I remember it because it had the handle on it. You could take it places.
Oh.
So you could plug it in the wall, or you could put, I think it was like 4D batteries or whatever.
Is it like a jam box?
Yeah, I think it would be technically called
a boom box.
The boom or the jam box. I don't know which one you would call it.
Did you hold it up on your shoulder?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah. What are you laughing at? That's what you're supposed to do with it.
The only time I had one of those was when I was a twirler, and mine was little twirler tape player.
Well, mine wasn't big. I wanted a bigger one, like they had, like you saw the musicians and people like had, but mine was big enough.
You carried it around?
Well, yeah.
Where did you carry it?
Everywhere.
What? Where is it? Everywhere?
I'd go outside. I'd go shoot basketball. Go to a friend's house.
And you'd have it on your shoulder?
Why not? Why wouldn't
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I bet people were
For what?
wishing they had a cell phone then to take your picture. Instead, they were having to get those little cameras that they had where you had to charge push the battery.
Yep.
And then take it. Speaking of rewinding, you would have to rewind it.
Oh, we got to talk about that. We'll talk about that here. Y'all come back. We're gonna. Yeah, we need to talk about.
We'll be on the rewind.
On those cameras right after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind Podcast.
We are back on the rewind. On the rewound, we have rewound it. We're talking about cameras. Here's how old we are. At our wedding reception.
Yep.
We're really not that old. I don't know why we always act like we're old, because we're really not. We're 38. But anyway, at our wedding reception, we had those throwaway disposable cameras.
Yep.
Those are so much fun.
Yeah, they were really cool.
But you had to wind the picture wheel, like after you took the photo.
Yeah.
You had to turn it on the front, hit the little flash button.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really when people started taking selfies, except you just didn't know for like a week or two if it had turned out.
Right. Well, I remember having them, especially like if you went on vacation, that was part of what you did. You just bought a throwaway camera and then took your pictures. But I just remember sometimes I would forget, we would take pictures and you get the pictures back and you're like, oh yeah, I remember took a picture of that. Like you wouldn't even remember because it had been so much time.
Or you're like, that's somebody's thumb.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
man, that would have been a great picture. And now we can't go back, and we didn't know it was bad until we developed the film. Our children hardly know about developing any kind of film.
Yep.
Is that crazy?
No filters.
And even like our books, now when they were little babies, we had pictures like actually in albums. But now like all of our family albums are digital. I mean, we'll print them, but they're not individual photos like in little sleeves.
No, and they love looking. Actually, Layla pulled one out Saturday, I think it was.
I know it.
And she was like, Daddy, let's look at some old pictures. And we looked at some old pictures.
I will say I'm an organized person.
Yep.
And so they are all numbered, aren't they?
Yeah, by year and season. And so it's very easy to find.
Every photo album from the time we were first married and even dating has like a number. 1 through whatever. There's a ton.
Tons of them. You can say, can you hand me number 36?
Yeah.
Seriously, you can go to our house and that's how many photo albums
I'll
we
be
have.
like, oh, you're wanting so-and-so? Well, try number 15.
Yep.
So then people get that photo album out.
But it's good. It keeps it organized.
It is. And then someday they'll look back and be like, I'm so glad my mom numbered these so I knew what was going on.
I think it's great.
Wrote beside every picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Makes you laugh on some of them, too.
Oh, they do. So
good stuff.
funny.
Good stuff. Well, we got some more morning show coming up right after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Meredith. Rewind Podcast.
Meredith and Justin back here with you on the morning show, and we have been using the term rewind as kind of a theme this week because we launched the morning show with Justin and Meredith podcast. It's called the Rewind Podcast. It's free to download, and it basically has all of the morning show squashed together in one podcast.
How
so
funny.
you can go back and listen to the entire morning show. And you're like, well, why did you do that? Well, the reason we did it is you. Like, really, I mean, so many people. There was I mean, I can't even give you a number. Over the last couple of years, there's so many people that say, hey, I missed the word of the day. Hey, I missed the daily devotional. Hey, I missed the quote of the day. Or they missed something funny that was said or whatever, and they want to know, I missed it, so how can I hear it? And at the time we could just say, I'm sorry, we don't have a way that you can go back and hear it. So now we've done it to where we have the entire show in one podcast minus the music, and so you can just get right to the morning show, and then you can pop to the places. And then there's also people that you only get to listen for like maybe 20 minutes, like while you're driving into work or something, and then you have to get to your app or something like that. After that, you might miss some things in the morning show. So now you can just subscribe to it, and it'll be right there on your phone.
You don't have to miss it.
No, I think I saw yesterday when the morning show was over, it was just pretty quick after the morning show. It was already completed and put into the podcast.
That is so fun.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So you can do that now. You can go to like for me, I have an iPhone, so I use the podcast app. It's purple. Mm-hmm. You click on that. You just search for The Morning Show with Justin and Merideth, and it'll pop up there. You just hit subscribe. Or you can go to, if you're on Google, if you're an Android, you can do the same thing on the podcast there. You can do it on Spotify. You can do it on iHeartRadio. You can do it on the app also. Like everywhere where there's podcasts, it's out there.
So fun.
So anyways, go check it out. Subscribe to the podcast. And that way you can stay updated on what's going on and don't have to miss anything. That's pretty cool. Hey, we got some more morning show and the devotional coming up right after this.
The Morning Show with Justin and Merideth. Rewind Podcast.
And now it's time for our daily devotional from Jesus Calling for Kids, which is underwritten by Drury Southwest. And today's devotional comes out of 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 3 and 4. The Father is a merciful God who always gives us comfort. He comforts us when we are in trouble, so that we can share the same comfort with others in trouble. This world is tough, and some days your spirit can really take a beating. Some days you just need to be comforted. Because I am always with you, it takes only the slightest glance in my direction, the softest whisper, to connect you with me and my comfort. I wrap you in my arms so that you are protected from the kicks and the punches of this world. I comfort you, and then I bless you with the ability to comfort others. You see, I am the God who can bring good out of all things. Out of your hurts, I give you understanding, an understanding of how others are hurting, and the ability to comfort them. And that was your devotional today from Jesus Calling for Kids.
The Morning Show with Justin and Merideth. Rewind Podcast.
It's now time for your quote of the day right here on KHIS, underwritten by the Becking Clinic.
Today's quote is by author and speaker Lisa Turkhurst, and she says, "Simple words we can pray in the midst of our fears and worst case scenarios. Father God, I am releasing control to you today, choosing to remember and believe that you are good, and I can trust you at all times. I know the safest place to be is always in the center of your will. Amen and amen."
Yes and amen. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the morning show. We still got great things happening the rest of this hour and into the 8 and the 9 o'clock hour. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Here's some Francesca Battistelli.
Stream The Morning Show with Justin and Merideth live every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Central on KHISradio.org.